everybody. Not really too sure what happened with my original video. When I uploaded it, I kind of noticed there were some video distortion errors going on, but it's actually way worse than I thought it was. So I took the original video down and I'm going to post it in two separate posts. You're going to get this one that you're watching right now, which is me explaining my custom scenario campaign. And then right after this, I'm currently creating the video right now. I'm going to upload my tests, not tests. I'm going to upload me demoing 2 of the fights. So hopefully that works. All right. Also, please, 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 this is all for funsies. So if I make any mistakes in this, I created this whole thing. It's meant to be dumb. So please forgive any mistakes that I make in the fight. Apparently I can't even follow my own rules sometimes. But again, I apologize. You will have the demos for the 3rd and 4th fights right after this in a different video. Enjoy. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Marvel Champions Experience. Remember, I would always appreciate it if you liked the video, and if you truly like this content, please consider subscribing. And last but not least, especially for this one, definitely drop a message down in the comments below, because I'm curious of your thoughts. So yeah, like, subscribe, and drop a message down in the comments below. So I got something special for you today. All right. We are nearing the end of Marvel Champions Experience version 1.0, aka me going through all the games, on all the heroes and villains on standard mode. Real close to the end of that. Actually, by the time this posts, that will probably have been done, and Marvel Champions Experience version 2.0 will be starting, which is everything on Expert. So, in order to celebrate ending all that content, I want to share with you a fun piece of fan-made campaign that I created. So way back when, probably in early September, late August, early September of 2022, Fantasy Flight said that they were going to have a contest, right? And the winner would get a copy of the Mutant Genesis campaign for creating a campaign. So obviously me with a million other people did win, obviously. So before all of my work goes for naught, I'm going to share with you what I made and created. So does this change some of the rules slightly? Sure, absolutely. But I had a lot of fun making this. I think it's really fun, and I want to share with you. And if you want to try it out, please do. If you just want to watch the video, that works as well. So I am a huge Spider-Man fan. Been reading Spider-Man since I was 5 years old. So going on, I'm old, something like 35 years. And one of my favorite sagas is the Alien Costume Saga. So I wanted to try to create a campaign geared around. I just want to make sure the video is going correctly. Cool, I'm right there. I wanted to make a campaign centered around the alien costume, right? The symbiote. So let me run you through it. And there are 2 sections of this campaign that play quite different than literally anything in the game. And I think it's very fun. Is it dumb and silly? Absolutely. So don't give me complete hate in the comments, right? It's meant to be fun. That's it. So here we go. I'm going to read you through this. And then after this is over, I'm going to actually play through these 2 specific scenarios that play very differently, so you can see how it works. And that'll all be included in this video. So the Alien Costume Saga. Not bad, different, but not bad. Peter Parker. Those are the first words that Peter Parker said when he first got his black suit. Little did he know how bad it was going to be. Join us as we relive one of the most important storylines in Marvel history, the Alien Costume Saga. This 5-scenario campaign will take us through major events in the Alien Costume Saga. Sometimes we don't need to create a new story, we can just remember the greats. Since this is the case, we don't need a campaign log, as all of these events have already happened. So basically in this, we're just retelling a story. We're not creating a new story, we're reliving an event that already happened. So because of that, there is no campaign log. It's just going to be us telling a story. So here are the rules, okay? This is a single player, true solo campaign. So I'm sorry, you can't play with a friend. It is meant for 1 player only. You can only use Spider-Man, Peter Parker, not Miles. Only Spider-Man, Peter Parker may be used, and you may change your aspect for each scenario if you want. This is to show the changes Peter went through during this story arc, right? So this is one of my favorite story arcs, right? Peter goes through a lot during this. A lot of he becomes very strong at first, then he's going through some issues with the costume, then he has to rip it off, right? So I'm allowing you to choose any aspect. You can play one aspect throughout the whole campaign. You can change them during each fight. If you're seeing that maybe one specific scenario isn't working, change it up. Have fun. This isn't meant to test. This isn't like a Galaxy's Most Wanted thing. It's not supposed to be the hardest thing in the world. It's just for funsies. Okay? All right. So, scenario 1, the Secret Wars, right? This is where it all began. The most powerful heroes and villains in the Marvel Universe square off on Battleworld, with the victor promised their greatest dreams and desires. We start at the beginning. Peter Parker, along with other heroes and villains, were teleported to the Battleworld to have a secret war with each other. During a fight with Absorbing Man, Wrecking Crew, and Enchantress, Peter's suit gets damaged, right? This led to Peter using a machine where he acquired the symbiote costume. Let's relive that battle. And that started it all. Okay, so here's scenario 1. There's nothing special about this, just some change of modulars. So you're going to be playing against Absorbing Man 1 and 2, right? You can play Expert if you want, but again, this is just for fun. The main scheme is going to be None Shall Prevail. Your encounter deck will be Absorbing Man, Wrecking Crew, Enchantress, and Standard, right? Normal setup, normal game, victory, defeat the villain. We're just reliving this battle. All right, none special there. Things start to get a little different now. We're going to scroll down. Scenario 2, a new normal. He's back, and he's glad to be home. If only he didn't have so many troubles with his new costume. That's right, a new costume for Spider-Man. Spider-Man doesn't get a break after returning from Battleworld. It's back to business. We will join our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man as he tests out his new look against some familiar foes. So, villain deck, the Sinister Six, right? The main scheme is going to be normal main scheme, right? Sinister Six, okay? The encounter deck is a little different. So, we're going to be adding the Sinister Six, Guerrilla Tactics, the Sinister Syndicate, Down to Earth, and Standard. This is basically to show that Peter Parker's back, right? And he's fighting all these thugs, and he's much stronger, okay? Now, here's where it gets a little different. Setup instructions. The player starts with the symbiote suit upgrade. So, put the symbiote suit upgrade into play when you start the game, okay? You've got the black suit. I want you to start the game with it on. Okay, now, during this point of Peter's life, right, him and the symbiote, they're vibing. They're great. He doesn't know it's alive yet, and he's just really strong, and everything's perfect, right? So on the symbiote card, which I'm holding right somewhere here, I'm holding it right here because I'm getting ready to play the match. Okay, not this one, but the next one. It says your identity gets +1 to each of its it says your identity gets +1 to each of its basic powers, +1 hand size, and 10 hit points. And you get an extra encounter card. However, right, that extra encounter card is meant to, negate those buffs you get. Not just yet for Peter, because everything's going well here. So we're actually going to show that. So here's the special rules and restrictions. The symbiote suit upgrade cannot be removed. So no matter what, I don't care if actually I'm holding it right here. Caught off guard. I don't care if caught off guard comes out and says discard an upgraded support you control. You're not discarding that symbiote suit. You can't take it off, no matter what. It's on you. Okay. Now, to show the synergy and strength of the suit during this quote-unquote honeymoon phase, when the villain reveals its second encounter card due to the suit upgrade, discard that card instead. Okay? So, you get an extra encounter card due to that suit being on. You're going to play your first encounter card like normal. When that second one comes out, just discard it, right? We're showing how strong Peter is. This isn't meant to be a hard fight. I'm trying to give you a lot of power here because sometimes it's fun to be OP, right? We used cheat codes in video games back in the day. So, victory, remove all threat from the end of light. Everything's going great. However, Next scenario. Living nightmare. Okay. Things aren't going well now. Peter's having weird dreams. He's sleeping much longer and losing track of time. These nightmares seem to be a little too real. Peter is about to learn a terrifying fact. He is not wearing a costume. The costume is wearing him, and the symbiote is trying to control and take over Peter. In this scenario, we will merge nightmare and reality, and for the first time ever in Marvel Champions, there is no villain or main scheme. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There is no villain or main scheme. Let that sink in. All right, watch how I break this game in the most fun way. Okay, villain deck, none. Main scheme deck, none. Encounter deck, we're going to be running Sinister Assault, Bomb Scare, Whispers of Paranoia, State of Emergency, Guerrilla Tactics, and do not include Standard. Okay? Do not include Standard in this, but I would like you to create an encounter deck with Sinister Assault, Bomb Scare, Whispers of Paranoia, State of Emergency, Guerrilla Tactics. So what's going on in this point of Peter's life is, I believe in this issue in specific, right? Peter, you see Peter going out on, you see him going out, swinging around town. However, then the panel zooms in on him, and he's sleeping, right? The symbiote is going around town with Peter, but he's sleeping. And during this, Peter's having nightmares. So this scenario is meant to be a living nightmare. We are meant to be inside the dream of Peter, mixed with reality, right? So like the things like, what did I put in here? Like the Whispers of Paranoia, right? That's supposed to be his nightmare, and everything else like the Sinister Assault and Bomb Scare, that's supposed to be what's actually going on in real life. So he's having nightmares and the costume's doing things in real life at the same time. Okay, now the player starts with the symbiote suit upgrade again. Put it in play, right? We're showing the story here. Now, to show that the suit is taking control, resume normal rules. Deal the extra encounter card. Okay, so you'll have that suit out. You're going to deal the normal encounter cards as normal. You'll get 2 now. Okay, do not include your obligation in the encounter deck. I repeat, do not include your obligation in the encounter deck. Okay, so no standard, no obligation. Now check this out, what I've created. So, okay. The symbiote suit upgrade cannot be removed again. So no matter what, it can't come off. Do not include your obligation in the encounter deck. When a card refers to the villain, treat any minion as the villain. So if the card says do something to the villain, any minion you want is considered the villain. You pick. Okay. When a card refers to the main scheme, treat any side scheme as the main scheme. If for any reason you cannot resolve an encounter card, it gains Surge. Yeah, this isn't perfect. So if you can't resolve it for any way, just give it Surge. Okay. Dealer's choice, whatever's up to you. You may not play allies. You cannot play any allies in this scenario. Peter's asleep. Why could you play an ally? Okay. So no allies allowed in this match. And this is why I'm giving you the option of changing your aspect through any of these. So feel free to change your aspect in this one and make a deck with no allies. Okay. Here's a big one. You cannot flip into alter ego for the entire scenario. I repeat, you cannot flip into alter ego for the entire scenario. The symbiote is in control. Why would you be able to flip into alter ego? You can't wake up. You're having a nightmare. Okay. That means no healing, nothing like that. But at least the suit gives us plus 10 hit points. Peter's got a lot of defense. It works. I've actually tested all these out multiple times. It does work. So let me read that again. Where is it? When a card refers to the villain, treat any minion as the villain. When a card refers to the main scheme, treat any side scheme as the main scheme. If for whatever reason you cannot resolve an encounter card, it gains Surge. You may not play any allies. You cannot flip into alter ego for the entire scenario. So how do you win, you ask? Great, I got you. You're going to create a victory display area. Okay? You're going to create a victory display area. When you defeat a minion or a side scheme, place it in the victory display area. When you have at least 5 minions and 5 side schemes in the victory display area, you survive the nightmare, the joyride that the symbiote took you on while Peter was sleeping. Sorry, let me read that in English this time. When you have at least 5 minions and 5 side schemes in the victory display area, you've survived the nightmare and joyride the symbiote took you on while Peter was sleeping. So this is all about survival. You're just meant to outlast this, okay? It does work. I've tested it out. The minions don't have that many hit points. The side schemes aren't that heavy. It's definitely possible. You know, I've done it multiple times. So yeah, you're going to create a victory display area. And then when you put 5 minions and 5 side schemes in there, you've won. There have times when I've played this where I've had like 7 minions and 5 side schemes, 6 side schemes and 5 minions, but you need 5 and 5. Okay. So there you go. There you go. A living nightmare. All right. Now, if you thought that was crazy, wait for the next one. This next one is the only other one that I've broken the game a little bit, but I do think it's really fun. Okay. Scenario 4, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Now, if you're a big Spider-Man fan like me, you already know that Peter had a battle with himself in the bell tower to gain control over himself with the symbiote, right? And we're going to retell that one very, very important moment right now. This is the final confrontation between Spider-Man and his new costume. Peter, with the help of Reed Richards, thought he was finally rid of the alien costume, but he was wrong. We now get to witness and play through the iconic bell tower fight between Peter and the symbiote. And once again, everyone, there is no main villain or main scheme, but I do think this one is really cool. I do need to explain this a little slowly because it's got a very weird rule, but I think it's extremely thematic. I truly, truly do. Okay. Villain deck, none. Main scheme deck, none. Okay. Your encounter deck is 2 things. It's Symbiotic Strength and Personal Nightmare. That's it. Okay. Symbiotic Strength and Personal Nightmare. This is meant to be thematic. So Personal Nightmare I thought was really cool because he's fighting himself, and Symbiotic Strength is needed for this fight. Okay. So you are going to start with the symbiote suit upgrade again. Now, you're going to put the bell tower environment from the Venom villain deck into play on its quiet side. Okay. I repeat. So I should have said this in the beginning. You really need a lot of content to do this whole campaign, but if you do, try it out. So you need Venom, and you're going to need to grab the bell tower environment from the Venom, from Venom, the Venom villain. You need to grab the bell tower environment and put it into play on its quiet side. Okay. Once again, don't include your obligation to the encounter deck. So you've got it set up. You've got the bell tower out on the quiet side. Now, special rules. Again, when a card refers to the villain, treat any minion as the villain. When a card refers to the main scheme, treat any side scheme as the main scheme. If for whatever reason you cannot resolve an encounter card, it gains surge. You may not play allies. Again, so there are going to be some cards in there because it's the Symbiotic Strength that refer to Venom, right? When any card refers to Venom, treat the enraged symbiotes as Venom. So the symbiotic side scheme has the enraged symbiotes. Treat that as Venom. So there you go. When the bell tower, okay, this is where it gets a little different. When the bell tower is on its ringing side, okay, you may attack yourself. Okay, so when the bell tower is on its ringing side, you may attack yourself. So the bell tower, I have that downstairs. Basically, the bell tower says when Venom would take damage, do that damage to the bell tower instead. Okay, so when you get an enraged symbiote out, when you do damage to it, you can actually do damage to the bell tower instead, and that's what you want to do. Okay, so you want to damage the bell tower and flip it to the ringing side. When it's on its ringing side, you can now attack yourself. Why do you ask? Sure. When your health gets to 10, negating the bonus from the suit, remove your suit. So basically what you're doing is this. Spider-Man is now fighting with the suit. He's trying to rip it off, okay? The bell tower is now ringing. When the bell tower is ringing, you can swinging web kick yourself. If you're playing aggression, you can play aggression attacks against yourself. It doesn't matter, okay? When your health gets to 10, you've basically then negated the bonus that you got from the suit, right? Because Spider-Man's health is 10 and the suit gives you plus 10 hit points, right? So you start at 20. When your health gets to 10, you then remove the suit, discard the suit, put it away. It is now removed from the game, okay? It needs to be, the suit upgrade needs to be removed, and the belt. Oh, got it. So now, once that's done, once you have the suit off of you, then now you can damage the symbiotes. You cannot damage, I see that I don't have that in there. You cannot damage the symbiotes while you can't damage the symbiotes while you have the suit on. So you need to remove your suit before you can damage them, okay? So two things need to happen to be able to damage the symbiotes. I put it here. The suit upgrades need to be removed, and the bell tower must be on the ringing side when you defeat an enraged symbiote to move it to the victory display area. So you're looking at three things here for the most part, right? Thing number one, you got to like flip that bell tower to the ringing side. Thing number two, you have to attack yourself until you get to 10 health. Then you can remove your symbiote suit. Upgrade. Now, last but not least, while the bell tower is on the ringing side and you have that suit off, you may now you may now move the defeated symbiotes to the victory display area. Okay? There you go. To win this fight, you need to create a victory display area. When you defeat an enraged symbiote, it goes to the victory display area. When all three are in the victory display area, you win. All right. So I actually misspoke a second ago. I forgot. It's been literally like 6 months since I've done this. So you actually can damage these at any point you want, right? You can damage them at any. Is my daughter coming up? Sorry. You can damage these at any point you want, right? It just gets put back into the game. It gets put back into the discard pile, and you'll have to wait until you get them back. And that's something you might want to do because there are certain cards in here that, like this improvised weapons card that you attach to the villain, right? It gives them an extra boost card. So if this goes on a symbiote, or if you have a lot of symbiotes out, you can kill them, but they go back into the discard pile. They can't go into the victory display area until your suit is off and the bell is on the ringing side. Sorry if I was a little confusing there. This one is, there's a lot going into this one scenario, and I know like a lot of you people right now might be like, I'm an idiot, but you know what? I had a lot of fun putting this together. So, if you need to like change the rules a little bit to make it work, please do. This is just meant for funsies. All right, so there you go. That is for the Whom the Bell Tolls, and that's it. Those are like the big changes. But let's finish our story. We are Venom. Okay, so the suit is off of us. We've done it. We're back to Peter now. Spider-Man's rejection had bred hatred in the alien, an emotion its new partner shares, and so the two eagerly joined to form the slavering, slaughter-minded monster called Venom. Spider-Man was victorious in his battle for control against the alien symbiote. However, in his victory, he created his greatest foe. Join us as we conclude the retelling of the Alien Costume Saga, and we do battle against Venom. This is basically a normal fight, okay? This is Venom, right? We're leave us alone, and then the encounter deck is going to be symbiotic strength, down to earth, Streets of Mayhem and standard. Setup instructions, normal setup, no special rules, defeat the villain. And there you go, guys. That is my campaign. Yes, it's dumb. I recognize this, but I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and I had a lot of fun doing this. And, I'm the only person who really saw this, so I at least wanted to put this out into the world. So please don't hate it. If you don't like it, sure, that's fine. I don't care about that. But, to each their own. So there you go. That is the Alien Costume Saga campaign. Feel free to try it out or not, but I had a lot of fun doing it. And I'm actually going to show right now, I'm going to show Living Nightmare, and I'm going to show For Whom the Bell Tolls, so you can see how it works, and that it actually does work. I'm not completely an idiot. But I hope you enjoyed it. All right. So let me go to making that now. All right. See you in a minute. Hey everybody, so there you go. That is Marvel Champions the Alien Costume Saga. Is it dumb? Absolutely. Is it fun? I think so. This was made because I love Spider-Man and I wanted to take a different approach to the campaign, which isn't like, you know, we didn't really have a campaign log. It was just the telling of a story, right? I love the thematics of this game. I love having a villain versus a specific hero type of thing. It just, reminds me of playing with toys when I was a kid. So I created this as an ode to the little kid in me, just retelling this story that I love so much, right? I really, really do. And I hope you liked it. It's not perfect. Obviously, bend if you do want to try it, bend the rules and make it better. Please make it better. Please, please, please make it better. So whether it be that which was the personal nightmare one, where I had the victory display with the 5 and 5. If you want to make it 10, or just add to it however you want. I don't really care, right? So feel free not to destroy me in the comments because of that. So I hope you enjoyed it, and my next video will be it depends if you're watching this out of order, it doesn't really matter. But we're putting a close to Marvel Champions Experience version 1.0, and we're moving into a new era, the expert version of all the fights. So I really hope you enjoyed this, everybody. Take care.